Okay, now you can hear me as well. Hello there, guys. How are you doing? Let me just... And I can hear myself, which is quite horrendous. Jesus, how can you stand that? What is running? Let me see. Yeah, it's YouTube. YouTube was the sinner here. Okay, guys, we're gonna take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes mayhap. And then let's do some YouTube content. Gonna react to stuff, and yeah, that's what you would kind of expect from YouTube, I suppose. Do we have here anyone already in the chat who wanna say hello to YouTube? Well, this part is not gonna be here yet, but just so I know for future. I have here some interesting articles and videos I wanna check out, and maybe offer my opinion. Maybe not. Maybe just pretend like I know what I'm doing. Which I do, but you know how it is. All right. So, sounds should be fine. Chatbot and everything should be also fine. Okay, I think we should be mostly pretty good. I'm just gonna make sure I can quickly hide this. I can indeed. I'm gonna keep it on for now, just because, like I said, we have a little bit of time before we are gonna get to that stream. But other than that, we are pretty good. All right. Let's see. So the plan for today's stream, very easily, is gonna be a little bit of a YouTube content making, some articles to react to, then probably pure programming, mostly C++. I'm working on a AI for animals, so that's gonna be what's happening today. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be mostly state trees, figuring out why variables don't work and then why they don't work, as it is usually with state tree tasks. But yeah, that's about the idea. You know what, before maybe we get into the YouTube content, we can actually finish this up while everyone who wants to join joins. So I wanted to make sure that we have here some parameters that are properly specified. So we're gonna need to have here a float, which is a, wait, that's not capitalized float, and it's definitely not float, even though that would be pretty funny. That float is gonna be our radius. Can we declare it here? Yeah, we should be able to, right? Yeah. Let's go search radius. I'm gonna also want to have here a, let's call it a minimum distance. And by default, we can put it to about 500. This is gonna be all overrideable, so it's fine. I think so, actually. Maybe I need to add it, add the edit table. No. Huh. No, I think it should be just accessible. Actually, don't need edit property here. That's actually interesting when you think about it. Good to know, though. Okay. Minimum distance. Ah, come on. Minimum distance. And what else do we need? AI character, radius, minimum distance. No, I think that should be it. Okay, so this. Let's adjust this somewhat troublesome code I have in here. With here our uworld, we are getting a world context, and from the world context we are getting nav system v1. And with v1 we want to get a random location not around our vector. We want to get it around how did I call the main character? I need to actually figure it out first. AI character, that's not super good name. What would be the better name? It's a character that that owns this whole blueprint, this whole code. So, well, it's not blueprint really, it's a task, but it's who's executing it. So, let's maybe call it AI owner. Nah. AI character, maybe AI. So what if we do just character? How is it called in the... Wait, I would have to be capable of writing before this would work though. How is it called in the actual base? Maybe we should just try to keep it consistent, honestly. That's base, and I made here a test actor, and it's just called actor. Okay, that's not very clear. I don't like the word. I don't like just the name actor. That's really, really bad name. Let's call it a AI actor, maybe? Nah. Let's call it owner actor. It's a bit better. Still sucks to be honest, but it's gonna be better. And from this, we can get here a get actor location, which is gonna get us a centra. For radius, we have a actual radius now. And out location is the variable that we are overriding, which should be this, because saving it into a structure, which is referenced here exactly. And then we are going to that random location. Yeah, we are telling it that we are going to that random location. It's actually not very good. Let's see, I have here some mess. What's this nonsense? Why do I have this with a return? Actually, don't need to have this with a return if I'm structuring it like this. Find random Okay. We're calling here a find random location, and this thing returns as a vector. Now this does not really need to have any return. Why do I have it with a vector return? Yeah, let's just keep it as void. Yeah, we don't care about any returns here. Just keep it nice and pretty, simple like that. We're gonna make sure we're gonna change it into header as well. There we go. It's like technically with a boolean, I guess. Actually, boolean may not be a bad idea, but I'm gonna just run if operation down here, because what I wanna do for a process, I wanna make sure I'm gonna be calculating a distance between our actor location and our out location. Because I'm gonna be working with it that much, it may be easier just to make it for me as a constant. All right, we're gonna get here a constant. This is gonna be our actor location. It's gonna be equal to our owner actor. Oh wait, I need to know what kind of a constant it is. Just constant. If you wanna be fancy, you can do auto, but I actually like to specify it. So we're gonna do here f vector, which is equal to actor location, which is what we are working with here. Actor location. Radius out location is fine, but what we are gonna do after this is successful, I guess we can do if our p success is fine. True, because it's superior if you do it like this. Wait, we need two of them, right? Yeah. And if p success is true, and ooh, no, wait, I need to do it separately. If I'm checking for this, I need to do it separately. I'm being stupid. Then I can check whether out location. But how do I call? I would have to separate into two separate functions. I'm being stupid. I have to restructure this. This is not gonna work. So if p success is true, I wanna check if the location is far enough. But if that's not the case here, how am I gonna return on the start? This needs restructuring. Okay, so these things we can start with. Then we can get ourselves a random location from our nav system. Wait, where do I define the nav system? Oh, right in here. Okay, never mind. I'm being stupid. So, if this is true, wait, I'm getting completely blanking out. Let's see. What we want is to run here an if statement that's gonna check for distance? No. Do I have to separate it into separate function? That would be quite unfortunate. Nah, it must be a different way how to go about it. Let's see. Look at a super easy way to you know what? Yeah, actually, that's true. Let's keep it simple. We're gonna start by just making it work. We first need to make sure that it works. Let's work in small increments. There is no need to overscope this. I'm gonna check this first. If this works correctly, we can continue and make it work with a proper threshold. For that, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to restructure it into separate function, but that's fine. It's unnecessarily messy now anyway. Okay, and if that is true, I'm gonna call my character owner actor. That's gonna go into, and now we got a hope. AI move to, no. Oh, now it's gonna be complicated because I don't know how that function is called in C++. Let's see. Move AI character, da da da. You have to get, do I have to get access to AI controller first? No. I just want to find a documentation page of that. Why can't I do that? Let's see. Just gonna need to find. Wait, maybe I'm just gonna go into Unreal Engine documentation. It's gonna be faster. And in here, we're gonna try to find AI move to. And the C++ API. U path following component, maybe. Okay, you know what? Let's see. We can cheat a little bit. We're gonna create it in here and then try to follow it. So, you know, that exists here. Excuse me, can I go to... It's not gonna let me go to declaration here? Why? What's going on? Okay. Well, we know it's called AI move to at least. AI move to, but I am pretty sure we need to get a controller first. And with that we can go do AI move to or just move to. I wish I knew the name of that original function. Move call, no. Andrew, hey, thanks for the example of ChatGPT characters. I made one on Unreal with voice activity detection and face detection. So you just approach the character and can talk to him without any touches. So yeah, wow, very cool. Very, very cool. Good job. Yeah, I'm so glad. If you want to make a repo, and make it public as well. I consciously made it all public so people can just reuse it. But very cool job. Good job. Do you happen to know how to get GoTo? I am getting stuck with getting stuck. I just under documentation sucks as usual. Just wanna find a proper AI move to component that I can call. I think I need to get AI controller, not controller. Do I have AI controller directly? No, I did not think so. I think I'm gonna have to cast. It looks sick. What do you mean? You mean your app? Your app? App, I suppose. Hard to say if it's a game or app. Either way, if it looks very cool, absolutely amazing. Just make a public app, upload it somewhere, GitHub or whatever, and send it on Discord. I have a Discord in the description. Just share it. I would love to see that. Okay. Now I need to figure out this. So my favorite activity going through Unreal documentation and trying to figure out why my AI move to doesn't do what I want it to. Okay, we know it exists on Blueprint API, but when does this blueprint, the blueprint's gotta be calling a, wrong tab. Surprisingly good, yeah, very cool. The BP API is gotta be calling a, is it AI simple move to? Simple move to actor. Okay, this one is at least gonna tell me where it belongs. That's good. So let's get here simple move to location. And now I am actually somewhere where I can see what's happening here. Okay, so we're accessing navigation system again. Jesus, why is there a question mark? That's not good, but that's probably just a blueprint implementation. So we need to get a navigation system v1, which I'm already getting. Again, v1 is not very good name, but that's beside the point. We got here some ulock, but wait, where here does it call that function? Oh, it's just first state. No, it's not the first if statement. No, it is. Wait, this is very confusing. Okay, so you have to create a following component for it. That's very confusing. Okay. And then there is no way I don't have access to it somehow. There needs to be a function that handles this. Let me just try to search through the, I can't just search through the whole engine. That would take forever. I refuse to accept that there is no move to in C++. There's gotta be some variation of it. Okay, let's maybe just try to search through it. We have here an AI module. Maybe we can try it here. Okay, that's not very promising. But these are just classes, these are not list of functions. Okay, so that's kind of understandable. Now we have here some list of functions as well, but those are just blueprint help functions. We don't care about those. Tasks, blueprint, no. Behavior trees, actions, maybe. Where would you put move to if it was you? Where would you hide? No, please, C++. Nah, that's gonna be way too many entries. Yes, what would be equivalent? Okay, we're looking for AI move to move AI character using C++ instead of BPC. Yes, this is exactly what I want to do. And let's see. What we're doing here. Path is valid U navigation path finish get. There is really no function that handles that? That would be so surprising. Well, I mean, I probably will need to include the AI module. That's to be expected. But it's weird. Unreal crashes when calling AI move to location. That's relatable. AI controlled butterfly. Let's say I move to location. Maybe that's gonna help. You know, but these are just blueprints. I don't care about this. It's not very useful. Are you really trying to tell me there is a no move to function in simple C++? That's scary to say the least. Yeah, it should be just move to location, C++. Do we get something like that? How to move actually, yeah. That's pretty much what I want, but you can use no, thank you. Nah. This should be just move to location, maybe, but it's gonna be blue. Thanks. Not very helpful. It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna properly research it later. I don't really have to do it right now. I can do other stuff, but that is weird. I would not expect that simple AI move to is not gonna be accessible. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep this hidden for now. I would expect it's like a function inside a AI controller, if not pawn or character, but does not seem to be the case, which is weird and scary. But yep, that's the thing. Okay, guys, in that case, let's do some YouTube content. I prepared here some stuff that I wanna check out. So you will check it out with me. There is no, you don't really have a choice in case you were wondering. You just will. So that's gonna be your, that's gonna be what's gonna happen to you right now. So yeah. Okay, that was not very creative of me, but hey. You are the prisoners here, so what do I say to that? Let's see. We have here a game designer's new friend, ChatGPT. I'm curious about it because I do use ChatGPT quite a lot, and I am very much interested in how other people use it. So let's look at that. Okay, let's do some proper intro. All right, let's try to be professional here. And what I'm gonna just hide this for now. And I'm gonna probably hide the chatbot for now as well. I'm gonna show it up again later, but don't worry guys, I still see. Wait, I hit myself. No. Still wanna see this. You still wanna see this pretty face. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Just gonna make sure that you have access to the document as well. We don't wanna just steal someone's content. Someone made it. So definitely go check it out, go like it and everything if you like it. We are not gonna try to steal anyone's content here. We are just adding an opinion here. So, all right. How do I do it properly? How do I do it properly? Yes, thank you. Very, very helpful, Fansi. Very helpful. Okay. So, let's see. A game designer's new friend. How to use ChatGPT as a game dev tool. No, I don't think that's very good for an intro. I'm gonna actually let me try it one more time. Now we are gonna sit here for like 15 minutes while I'm gonna try to read the first line, and then we're gonna get to second line, and it's gonna be another half an hour. Okay. Whew. Let's see. A game designer's new friend. How to use ChatGPT as a game dev tool. Let's find out. That was good for intro. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Should I introduce myself as well? And I mean, what a nonsense. Everyone knows who I am. Okay, either way. So let's see. In this article, I'm gonna probably just read it and say what I think about it. I guess that's a good flow how to go about it. So let's so this is an article on Medium. You have the link in the description. So this is Jesus, this is gonna be difficult, guys. But that's fine. We can do it. All right. We are gonna read this. So we are gonna read this article and find out why is ChatGPT's best game dev tool. Well, they don't say that here, but I am saying that, so let's do it. It's more helpful to peek at source rather than searching in Unreal documentation. Yeah, I know, but I can't search through whole source here, so I can maybe later. I'm gonna maybe return to it, but Unreal documentation is useless. But hey, let's focus on what I'm doing here. Let's stop distracting me, Andrew. All right. So, is ChatGPT the best new game dev tool? Let's find out. I know again that's not what they sent here, but I'm gonna keep repeating it to kind of get the clout. All right. In this article, okay, this is gonna be really difficult. In this article, we show game designers how ChatGPT can be used as a game dev tool in real life. We share our prompts and analyze the results, find out how we can use those results, plus what ChatGPT gets right about game design and where it needs some extra help. Yeah, so first of all, I do use ChatGPT a lot when developing Lost Harmony, my game I'm working on right now. For brainstorming the ideas, I would say most helpful, where ChatGPT becomes most helpful is when you just need to think through something. Use it for brainstorming. It can also be really useful for brainstorming through for thinking through a lot of information, for figuring out ideas, deciding what you want to implement, and just thinking through everything. Also as a interactive documentation sort of a way. Just instead of listening through documentation, you can just check out what he's telling you. So yeah, I definitely do use ChatGPT a lot for thinking about design, about story, about the whole concept as a game. It's probably the best swimming duck that you could have ever had. Hey Sean, how are you doing? We are just reading some article about using ChatGPT for game design, so you can just join and have a look at it. Link is in the comments if you wanna see it. But let's continue now. Here we have this very clearly AI generated image, but it's fine. ChatGPT is my second Google now, although I can cause a lot of hours of debugging if you believe it more than you should. That's very true. We got a really good opinion here by Andrew. I absolutely agree. It can cause a lot of trouble. It's I feel like ChatGPT is really useful if you know what you are doing. If you're just copy pasting code or ideas or whatnot, it's gonna end up really badly. Like it's gonna suck. Whatever work you are doing, it's gonna suck. But if you are actually somewhat expert and you have some experience, you know what's good and what's bad, ChatGPT just skyrockets your productivity on some really high percentages. And yes, I have also run into bunch of troubles by just using it, but that's not what we talk about. Let's ignore it. I'm gonna maybe use it later to get that move to function. Sean, you have never used any of the AI tools. I really need to get up to speed. Probably you should, yeah, honestly. At least ChatGPT or some of the free ones. It's something that you should definitely get up to, because it's gonna be everywhere and it's gonna be here more and more. And I do believe that early adopters are gonna be only rewarded. So definitely worthwhile spending time there. But let's see. I have to read properly so I can read it. All right, let's see. 2023 has brought with it tons of new AI-based tools, and game developers around the world are discussing how these new tools will affect the industry in the future. Proponents are excited about the new opportunities, while others worry that AI may strip games of their originality and creative uniqueness. What originality and creative uniqueness? Has the author seen like AAA games? I don't believe there is any originality or uniqueness to speak of. Now, to be fair, I am being a bit harsh here. It's true that there are still some AAA games that are gonna be really cool. As far as I'm concerned, I am purely optimistic about it. I think AI is gonna unlock so much potential for small developers and just indie devs who are trying to make their cool game. It's gonna skyrocket their productivity, and they are gonna be able to work faster. And even people who have less skill, let's say they have less experience, are gonna be able to now do much cooler stuff. So as far as I'm concerned, only positivity here. There is of course some potential issues with how legally they got the material to train them, but that's all gonna get sorted. I'm not worried about it at all. Andrew, it speeded up my productivity at least 3 times. Oh, 100%. Absolutely. I would agree, maybe even more. I'm super happy with it. Alright, let's see. But yeah, and also this idea of stripping of originality, I don't know why that would be the case with AI. Like, there is this weird concept that the humans are capable of some such a thing as originality, and I don't find that very convincing. Like, what we consider original is basically just a remix of things that we have seen before. And that's exactly what AI is doing. So as far as I'm concerned, that's kind of what's happening. what you're trying to do. We are reading an article about game designers and how they are being used with ChatGPT. Or no, wait, no, game designers are not being used with ChatGPT. Game designers are using ChatGPT, and I'm offering my opinion here. I'm also looking forward to your guys' opinion. All right. So instead of peering too far into the future today, let's try to understand how AI can help game designers right now. Just talk with it, honestly. It's a great duck. It's a great duck. Hello, Todd. How are you doing? Okay, hello everyone. My name is Maria this is gonna end horribly. Okay. Axiutina. I'm gonna hope it's Axiutina. It sounds Slavic, actually, somewhat weirdly. No, that's not Slavic. Either way, my name is Maria Axiutina. Oh, I'm so sorry. Either way, guys, give it up for Maria. She wrote the article, so we're absolutely gonna give her some props. Very good. Thank you for giving us something we can offer our opinion on. And if you have a Medium article account, we could all go up here and show our respect. I'm a game designer at My Games. In this article, I will share the results of my research. I try to find out how well the sensational ChatGPT copes with game design tasks and whether it can actually be used in our work. I'm actually curious what's My Games about. I don't know that. I don't know the studio. Good. Is it the same one? I'm gonna assume it is. Okay. Oh, they make a lot of games. Conqueror Blade sounds familiar. Skyforge sounds familiar. Okay, they make a lot of pretty significant games, it seems like. Right, so we can hear someone with certain authority. That's very good. I got thanks. Took your advice and advanced to 5.3. Okay, very cool. Good job there. Alright, let's see. I identified 5 types of tasks. Game idea generation, describing in-game mechanics, game balance calculation, generating in-game text, and creating technical tasks for specialists. Okay, I can see with all of these, ChatGPT can definitely assist. It can help, but I am not confident at all that ChatGPT or any other LLM right now would be able to completely outsource these tasks. I would not be confident either of them. Maybe in-game texts, but even there I would be very, very careful not letting it do everything. Alright, let's see. There are currently 2 versions of ChatGPT available, 3.5 and 4. It's a 4 Turbo now, but that's fine, it's probably older. For this experiment, I decided to compare how these 2 versions deal with the same task. I ultimately concluded... Wait, no, is she giving us a conclusion already? No, I wanna read for it and have it on the end. What's this? Okay, wait. I ultimately concluded that both had more or less the same results. Huh, that's weird. In my experience, 4 performs way better. Like by far, way better, especially for programming. With programming with 4 and with 3.5 is a huge difference. I spent approximately the same amount of time and effort correcting and improving the results with both versions. Makes sense. You don't trust her reviews? Well, we haven't really seen anything yet, so we will see. But maybe she has a point. Let her speak her mind first. We can judge her before we know what she's actually saying. Let's start with the most interesting and exciting task for game designer. Creating new game. That's always exciting. We will generate a task just like it might be given in a test task or at a game jam. Okay. You have been tasked with combining two core mechanics, idle and merge. Okay. And creating a hybrid casual game set in Victorian England. Draw inspiration from current trends and top grossing games in the genres of idle, arcade, simulation, blah blah blah. Write a brief concept document, 1,000 characters. That's not brief. That's very far from brief. Where you describe the game idea, core gameplay, elaborate on the game cycle, mechanics, and their connections. The settings, the narrative, and the unique selling points USP in a way that your game will be better than what already exists in stores. Whew. Honestly, I would love to see a game design that can do this. Because if you got a I wish if you got a game designer that can like on spot create all the fulfill this task, then he or she is gonna be hired immediately like this. That's a tough task. Something that's already better than what's on what exists in stores. That's tough to do. Wish I could buy you a coffee to be your friend. I'm afraid I'm not for sale. Well, I mean, to be fair, you can buy me stuff. It's just not gonna make me your friend, I'm afraid. Alright. Let's see. Let's see the idea that we got from it. Victoria Emporium Idle Merch Tycoon. Okay, the name we can scratch right away. That's a horrible name. Concept. In Victoria's and blah blah blah. Players embarked on which GPT is this one? I hope she tells us. Huh. Okay. In Victorian Emporium, idle blah blah blah, players embark on a journey through the bustling streets of Victorian England. I can't speak. Where they inherit a small antique shop. The game combines the addictive mechanics of idle gameplay with the strategic decision-making of merge mechanics. Not sure that's really gonna be easy to combine. Those are tough, pretty different genres. Player starts with a modest collection of antique items and gradually expand their inventories by merging similar items to create valuable artifacts. The idle aspects comes into play as player can possibly generate income by displaying the artifacts and attract customers to their shop. Okay, there's some sort of a passive passive grow of users makes sense. You get some weird crafting. I guess that's where the marriage mechanics come in. We'll see. I don't think Chat AI is considering development times and return investment of these features and game mechanics. I don't know, man. Yeah, it's unless you tell him directly he should consider that. I doubt that he will. That's why this sentence is a bit silly. It's it's definitely strange way to go about it. Well, let's see. I don't know. I am not entirely sure what they are trying to test here. What she is trying to test here. That's the thing, because like if she's trying to test can AI fully do this task, then that's no. That's not even a question. That's just no. And don't need to do even much testing for that. And if you were trying to test that, you're gonna, I guess you could do assignment like that. But if you had a game designer, you're not gonna give them a assignment like this. So who knows? Friendship cannot be bought. This is what I like in Europeans. They see friendship in a different matter. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. I never lived in US. Always my whole life in Europe. So I suppose, yeah, it's very much like that. I mean, we can get into the whole discussion about money and how US and Europe sees it. But yeah, it's true. There is always some elitism where people who are very rich are. You always have people who are trying to be very friendly towards people who have a lot of money, but it's definitely not true that you are not gonna be attractive just because you have money. That doesn't seem to be very common here, at least in my experience. But what do I know? I just sit on my ass and work on computer all day, so you may want to ask some people who are actually going out. Okay, game cycle. Okay, there we know it's not proper game designer. Game designer would say game loop. Bust it. Game loop and mechanics. Acquire and merge. Players acquire a variety of antique items such as furniture, paintings, blah blah blah. They just keep repeating what they said already. Doesn't seem to be very useful. Players strategically arrange their artifacts in a shop, blah blah blah. Expand and decorate. Yeah, it's just doing the same thing. Jesus, that's the longest possible way how to describe a idle game. Auction events, special auction events, and time-limited challenges offer opportunities to obtain unique and valuable artifacts. That's just some special items so they can sell more microtransactions. And just say. Okay, let's see. Connecting the setting and narrative. I mean, you have. I can already. That kind of works. I see that. Victorian England setting provides a rich backdrop. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we can get that. Hybrid gameplay by combining idle and merge mechanics. But honestly, that seems still like I don't see there much of those merge mechanics. That's still just idle. Like, I don't know if I would consider adding their merge mechanic just because you can combine the items. Well, I suppose that's what merge means, but it's not enough of. It's still fundamentally a idle game. So I don't know if the assignment I would consider here very well put together. Engage hybrid gameplay, blah blah blah. Engaging setting, yeah, that's what you said here already. Strategic depth, player must strategically choose which artifacts to merge and display. Yes, that's what you said here already. These are not USP, these are not unique selling points. You already said it here, and every single game can have that. Like most idle games can, you can describe idle games to have this. This is not USP, not even close. Variety and customization with vast range of blah blah. You having more items is not USP. Okay. Managed pretty well? Jesus, maybe this is not such a good studio. I'm joking. Let's not take it. Let's not take this seriously. I would not say this is a good task. Well done. This is all of it is almost unusable except the setting. But I guess it depends. Depends on your point of view. The chat understood the task correctly and it knew the genres and basic mechanics well. I suppose knew the context. I guess that's success. All the game elements corresponded to given setting. Suppose so. The pitch was structured and all points were taken into account. Well, it just kept repeating like 4 points, maybe 3 times in each of these sentences. They repeated the same points, so I guess so. It could have been just us. It could have been this one, this part, or just this part, and it would have told this. It would told the same story. You would get exactly the same idea as you have with the rest of the text. Yes, it could actually really be used as a pitch. I would feel ashamed for using this as a pitch. I'm not trying to ditch on the I forgot the name. I am not trying to ditch on the Maria here, but I would be very ashamed for using this as a pitch. That would need a lot of work. However, there were also some drawbacks. It offered a very simple solution to the problems and bit too on the nose, I suppose. It's fair. The chat gave shallow descriptions of the game loops. Well, I mean, it's an idle game, you don't do much. The pitch was made up of general phrases. It had little detail about the product. That's true. That's true. The USB description was based on marketing parameters, not potential unique benefits. True, but to be fair, to give ChatGPT, chatbot here, some sort of a credit here, she asked him to make a pitch. When you are making a pitch, you kind of want to include as much of a marketing as well. Like imagine you are trying to get money from an investor, you want to highlight how well is this gonna sell. And you can do that by highlighting how good the game is, but that may not be necessarily what the investor is reacting to. So I don't think I can hold this against the chatbot. That was kind of his instructions. It's automatically kind of given when you ask for pitch that it's gonna include mainly marketing because you are trying to pitch how well is it gonna sell. Should we consider the review was writing you've written by AI as well? Could be. We will keep reading. Let's give her benefit of the doubt, but starting to be a bit of a suspicion there. Yeah, but we can try to put the whole text into a AI text detection. But to be fair, those detections are not very good, so I don't know how much we can really rely on that. Still, in general, a game designer could use a pitch like this as a basis and then refine it further. That's true. That's very true. That I think is absolutely true. I would not ask for so much information. I would go way more point by point when chatting with AI, whatever LLM you're gonna use. But a very good point. Absolutely agree here. It could also serve as a template, the starting point to creating your own game. Suppose so. It's kind of saying the same thing as the first one. So yes. Let's see. Does she put here a difference between the? I'm not sure. I don't know which one is GPT-4, GPT-4 and GPT 3.5 because I don't think she makes a difference in it here. She says she tested with both of them, so I don't know, man. A bit sus. Imagine going to a job interview and it's just AI robots, and the only reason they need you is that they don't have arms and dexterity humans have in their hands, and they just want you to build advances. True. Honestly, they're gonna be able to build it pretty soon by themselves. Yeah, I don't think humans are gonna be needed. Let's just accept that fact. Soon we will be reading books written by AI. They will be able to come up with indefinitely complex story and interactions. I just wait when AI will beat the war and the peace in complexity. Yeah, probably. It will. Dostoevsky doesn't stand a chance. Is that Dostoevsky? I hope I'm not making... Yeah, I think War and Peace is more Dostoevsky. Robot hands so humans are no longer needed. Yeah, it's just about the time. Andrew, correct me here, please, if it's not Dostoevsky, but I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna cut it out with the video if I'm wrong, so no worries there. All right. Okay, we have here. Let's continue. Describing mechanics. Once an idea has shaped up, it must be described in the documentation so that all developers. Wait, so are we making pitch or documentation? I don't know what she's trying to make him do. That's what makes it. You can't make a study if you don't have a specific, if you don't expect a specific outcome. Like, you are making a test because you have a hypothesis and you are trying to prove if that hypothesis is true or not. And if you don't have a hypothesis on the start, the test is useless. But okay, yeah, it was not really clarified here very well on the start, unless I am having a brain, Jesus, fish brain, and completely forgetting it again. But I don't think it was clarified here, so at that point it makes the whole test kind of useless. Detroit Become Human game never been so real. It's astonishing. True. I have not played it yet, to be fair, though. I am really looking forward to it, but I have not played it yet. It's one of the games that I really want to play. I have watched a bunch of videos and I understand how the game is, but I have not played it yet. So definitely something on my to-do list of like 50 million other games. Game designers often consider describing mechanics as their least favorite part of the work. But that's what game designers do. They make mechanics. What? No. Guys, tell me in the chat, what do you think do game designers do? Now, I understand there's like they do a lot of things, but describing mechanics, like, I guess describing is fair, but like thinking it up and figuring out what the mechanics will be, that's quite literally the game designer's job. Dude, you're gonna play it. Yeah, I will. I am absolutely gonna. Also, Last of Us. I am incredibly sinful in that way. I have not played The Last of Us yet. Even now, I even know it's on PC now. I just have not played it yet. Oh gosh, quite horrible. Okay. It's a masterpiece from game design perspective. Yep. I have heard. I am definitely planning to. Exhibit 8, a review was AI created. Yeah, honestly, this makes me think it was. This is just, very suspicious. Maybe there's gonna be like a expose on the end when she's gonna say it, but very much an Exhibit 8. Absolutely. Instead of feeding it with an exact description of the mechanics I needed it to describe, I created a rather abstract task with restriction to create a described control system for mobile FPS. Okay. Here is the text of the request. Create and describe the character control mechanics for mobile first-person shooter. The player should have access to following actions: movement, shooting, dash, and grenade throw. There is nothing even original about it. This is just the most basic FPS. Name the most base FPS mechanics possible. Oh gosh. Move, shoot, dash, and grenade, and throw grenade. Oh god. That's no need to comment more. Imagine and describe the character control mechanics for a mobile first, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Mechanics description. Movement. The player can control the character and movement by using a virtual joystick or swipe gestures on the screen. Tapping or sliding the joystick of the desired location, blah blah blah. Yeah, it's basically describing what it does. But that's kind of the I don't know, man. That's the job of game designer. It's quite literally like, how is it move? Like, how is why is this first person shooter better than other first person mobile? Why is this mobile first person shooter better than other mobile first person shooters? Because it's controlled in some way where that's interesting. Like, if you outsource this task, that actual important task, your actual unique selling point to AI, then no shit, you are not gonna get good result. Sheesh. Not very nice. That's generic, most generic possible description you could have gotten. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it's not even much descriptive as well. It's describes the pretty common way of understanding. And to be fair, I mean, when you are describing a documentation for the rest of the team, you kind of need to be very explicit because we have a lot of different associations between these words. But still, not impressed, not at all. But I'm not impressed by the task given to AI, not by the AI's answer. Safe to say, ChatGPT handled this task well. Honestly, this really feels like ChatGPT wrote it. Imagine, each of these tasks is like, AI does something, and AI writing this article is like, good job, good job, AI. How smart we are. Yep, exactly. Exhibit B review was created by AI. Safe to say, ChatGPT handled this task well. The points of praise. ChatGPT understood and completed the task. Well, there is not much to misunderstand, to be fair. All the requirements and restrictions were taken. Did we not... Wait a minute. Chat understood the task correctly and it knew the genre basically. I feel like I'm seeing the exact... I feel like I'm seeing the same sentence, just restructured. It not only offered control through a button system, but also via screen gesture, as you would expect from a mobile game. The description was clear and unstructured. Well, that's one way to say generic, but yeah. But as always, there were some things still needs to work on. The control system was described in general terms. Yep, well, you gave general task. What do you expect? ChatGPT didn't consider some exceptional cases, like when movement wasn't available for player. Fair, that actually is a fair critique. It also didn't sufficiently think through the states for the controls. I have not read it enough to actually say, but probably. And of course, these documents should be accompanied by explanatory schemes and mockups. That's not fair. You can't. Well, it's not actually beyond anymore, but maybe it may have been when the article was written, so who knows. Game balance calculation. ChatGPT's developer claimed that it can help solve mathematical problems. LLMs are really bad at math, but let's see. There are tons of examples of online showing ChatGPT solving such problems, but game designers often must work with cases where the conditions of task can sometimes be clear or incomplete. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT to task that developer might face. Present a configurations of a currency generator. That's a very complicated sentence. Present configurations of currency generators in an incremental idle game. Simulate the optimal choice of buying generators and plot the income per second from generators from playtime in minutes. PS. I don't think I have ever set to my chat bot PS, but well, you know what? Maybe if this is AI writing it, maybe he wants us to write it. ChatGPT can mostly describe only on high level thought. Yeah, for sure. This is not gonna end well. This is not good. This is not gonna be. Also, this is weird way to go about it. You are gonna always adjust this based on the game context, so based on player action. Maybe on AI on idle game, I guess you can just do some always percentile increment whenever you are upgrading, but that's gonna be very boring idle game. The player starts with one generator. The cost of revenue, blah blah blah, by following formula. Cons next time rate grow. Owned productional base multiply by owned by multipliers. Makes sense. Okay. Initialize the variables. Look at that. He's programming here. To simulate the optimal choice of buying generators, a plot to income per second from generators based on playtime in minutes. We need specific values for the cost base rate, growth, but that's so many words and they don't say anything. Let's assume the following values for calculations. Cost base, $100, growth rate 1.5, production base 10, multipliers 1.2. Didn't give him anything. Wait, what? Am I misreading it or is this completely useless? Here's an example of how we can simulate the optimal choice and plot the income per second from generators based on playtime. We're gonna start by initiating the variables, okay. You have one generator on the start, you have 0 income, you have a playtime in minutes, 0, income per second data, an empty array to store the income per second at each playtime interval. Why do we need to save it through each playtime interval? But let's see. Simulated game loop. While the playtime is less than the desired duration, let's say 60 minutes. 60 minutes on idle game is a lot, but maybe they don't mean like on sitting. I'll calculate the cost for the next generator. Production cost, next cost base time. I don't think you are gonna get the result you want. Also, that's just, this is such a weird way to go about designing it. I guess you could put in the equation that's gonna properly do it, but it's gonna get boring so fast. You're just hijacking the dopamine at the exact seconds. Income per second, production total divided by 60, assuming each minute has 60 seconds. That's not an assumption, each minute does have 60 seconds. At the income per second, for the income per second data array. Increment. Yeah, this is completely useless. He's trying to suggest how to know that data once the player actually is playing, but it's completely useless when you are trying to predict what value you want to put there to actually get it. Unless I'm fully misunderstanding it, but this seems like completely misunderstanding the point. Yeah, this seems completely useless. It's not gonna solve the problem here. If the goal is to get a presets configuration for currency generators, this is completely and utterly useless. Maybe if you are doing like a unit test or something like that, but for actually setting it up, this is useless. It's completely useless. Yep, Andrew. NJM, imagine AI evolves so fast it hits light speed evolution and it grows exponentially so fast they morph from machines into spiritual and identity floating in space and blurring this reality, time and reality. That's going a bit faster than I would expect it to go, but yeah. I mean, that's the whole idea behind, how's it called? What's the AI? Oh, singularity, right? That's the whole point, that the AI is developing much faster than it's developing so fast that we can even recognize the change of change. Have you seen metrics? Many times. Love metrics. Actually, all three of them. All three of them. The fourth one does not exist. I refuse to accept that the fourth one exists. It was so incredibly bad. Holy crap. I mean, it doesn't exist. But I love all of them. Especially the first one, of course, but I like the second and third one as well. And that's just great. No, it's not great. This is evidence number 3. Where is my NJM? Get here exhibit C. This is not great. This is complete opposite of what you want. That's gotta be a ChatGPT writing the whole article. The chat understood the task correctly. No, it did not. Noted that some data was missing and supplemented the solution with its own value. Exhibit C, yes. Thank you. In addition to the solution, ChatGPT provided comments on its actions. But you did not ask him to make a code. What the hell? And this is not even usable code. After getting the solution, you can enter your own values instead of those chosen by chat and adjust the calculation to fit your needs. No, this is not going to calculate you anything. Listen, it's possible that I'm completely misunderstanding this. It's a very complicated way how to say something very simple. But this seems completely useless to me. This seems like it could work when you are trying to measure, like you have someone playing for an hour and you are trying to measure back how soon they needed it. But paying it forward seems completely useless here. Okay, in-game text. That's one that I actually would be very much I would very much believe that ChatGPT can help here a lot. So let's see. Let's move from mathematical problems to, yeah, we really do need to move from there to a more creative area of development. Now you just insulted all the mathematicians. Do you have any idea how incredibly creative math is? Sheesh. Generating in-game text. I would be very, very careful in saying that programming or math is less creative than writing. That's just fundamentally misunderstanding creativity. ChatGPT handles writing, marketing, and journalist text very well. No, it doesn't. It writes it decently enough, but not well. But can it ace writing in-game dialogues? Here's our task for ChatGPT. Write 3 small dialogues for a free-to-play match-free game. Oh yeah, I do have dialogues in match-free game. Concept, coffee renovation, characters, coffee owner, assistant, disgruntled landlord. Choose the character who will participate in the dialogue on your own. Audience, woman, 35 plus. Oh, that's why it has dialogues. That was very sexist of me. Wow. Alright. Certainly. Here are 3 short dialogues, blah, blah, blah. Judge, jury, and staff in the courtroom. An AI review was presented, underscoring its impartially data-driven analysis and absence of human biases. It serves as an objective and reliable tool in legal proceeding. Rest my case. I can't disagree. Listen, let's always give benefit of a doubt, but yeah. I am being like 80 to 90% sure that this is ChatGPT article. So that's gonna be good. That can be fun game. We can start doing it on stream. We're gonna react to articles and guess if it's ChatGPT written or not. Certainly, here are 3 short dialogues for an free-to-play blah blah blah. Yep. Coffee owner. We have made great progress in restoring coffee. It's starting to look amazing. I'm glad. Blah blah blah. Our work is paying off. New cozy atmosphere. Coffee owner. We couldn't have done it without you. Well, look at that. Oh. That's all? That's the whole dialogue? Okay, cool. Oh, the landlord seems upset. What could be the problem? Let's find out, because you didn't pay your rent. Jesus. We have invested so much into this cafe. Well, not rent, apparently. You are behind on your rent. I called it! Knew it. Knew it. Why do you think he is upset? Oh, why don't we pay him a rent? Jesus. I expect payment soon. No, you expect it immediately. If she's behind, you expect it now, not soon. We are working hard to improve the cafe. Give us a little more time and we will catch up with the payment. No, the whole point of it... Just imagine you're gonna come to your landlord and you're gonna be like, hey, I know I did not pay my rent, but it's fine. I am reconstructing my furniture and I will pay it when I can. Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine. Jesus, very realistic scenario here. Coffee owner. More customers without delicious, many lovely coffee. Efforts are paying off. The positive reviews are pairing. Let's keep challenging ourselves with new match-free levels and surprise our customers with delightful treats. And how about you paying the rent? There is no conclusion to the story. There has been introduced a problem. We have a rent to pay. Okay, we have here... This could actually have been somewhat consistent story, right? They could have been like... They could have done something like... They are reconstructing the code, but oh no, the conflict has been introduced. They need to pay rent, and they can't because they did it. But all their work has paid off because they invested in reconstructing the coffee, whatever shit they are doing, coffee ambience. That's weird. But then let's say they invested in their ambience, and now because of the investing in the ambience, they are making more money and they can pay their rent. There could have been a nice story in there, but it's not connected at all. It's completely independent dialogues. Happens all the time in Canada, and the renters often has more rights to stay without paying. We live in communist reality in Canada for the past. Oh, really? Wow, that's strange. I mean, I don't know. I have been always super conscious of paying everything on time. I would hate being indebted to someone, so I am very conscious of always paying my rent ahead of the time, even sooner than I have to do. Yeah, well, that's not good. Advantages of this solution. Free short dialogues with small number of remarks and short phrases. This is fully consistent with the formal recommendations for game. What is formal recommendations for game dialogues? Is that some standardized... Is that some standardized thing we should know about? No. No. Where did she get it from? Where? Oh, it's from here. She made it up, guys. She made it up. Look at that. That's bullshit. Yeah, exactly. What is this? They like made up their own rules and they're like, good job. We are consistent with rules that we made up. Very cool. According to the short description, the chat added a simple plot and used to... Oh no, it did not add the plot. That was just a mention of something. There is nothing happening with the plot. Disadvantage. The dialogue requires some follow-up work. A lot of it. Some phrases need to be changed. No, that's not the problem. To make it look more plausible. Phrases maybe, but that's not your problem. And we need to take out the match mentions of match free. I don't know, man. The match free is a bit cringy when it is like right now, but honestly, I can see that actually working. If they make it really in it, it's kind of sort of a interacting with not interacting, but like a communicating through fourth wall. I can see that working. Match free game, like no one expects match free game to have a good story. You can at least play on it and do kind of like a Deadpool kind of a thing where you are actually talking with the audience. Okay, creating technical tasks for specialists. No tweeting, please. I'm definitely not tweeting this. For ease of evaluation, we asked ChatGPT to describe the mechanics of the popular 2013 game Flappy Bird and decompose it into tasks for specialists. To make sure that the game materials was included in the training dataset of the model, we asked it if it knew the game. Okay, they may have just heard of the game, but yeah, I think it would be very weird if they did not know about the game. Do you know the game Flappy Bird? Please answer briefly. Answer briefly. 10 sentences right in here. Yes, I'm familiar with the chat, with the game Flappy Bird. Flappy Bird was mobile, but yes, we do get it. Yes, that's a brief answer. Just yes. Everything else, useless. We then asked the chatbot to write a technical description of the mechanic involved with controlling the bird and to make a list of tasks for the programmer, artist, and animator. Honestly, I don't think you even need an animator for Flappy Bird. Because it's just like rotating the character. I guess the waving the wings. This is a Flappy Bird you can do in in 2 hours. I think I have even a tutorial that makes a Flappy Bird in an hour. Because it's such a simple game. Objective. The objective of the game is to navigate bird through a series of obstacles by tapping the screen to make the bird flap its wings, allowing to ascend and descend. Gameplay, tap input, primary control, blah blah blah. Each tap generates momentum, ascent. Gravity consciously pulls the bird downwards, require regular tapping to maintain height. Makes sense. Collision detection is implemented to detect collisions between the bird and the game's environment, obstacles, pipes. Yep. If the bird collides with an obstacle or the ground, the game is over. Okay, that's actually not a bad description. So far, this is somewhat usable. I guess it works if it's a very, very simple game. The player receives points for successfully passing each pair of pipes without collision. The score is displayed on the screen. Makes sense. Programming, implement. I feel like you don't even need to break it down this much. You just give this. This is enough. Develop collision detection algorithm. You are not gonna be developing your own algorithm. You are not gonna write the whole engine just to make Flappy Bird. Let's be real here. Art, create visually appealing bird sprites representing different states. Idle ascending, yeah. Design obstacles. You probably don't even. Well, for art, nah. You're just gonna rotate the sprite. There's no way you need different states for it. This is not very good advice. Especially if you look at Flappy Bird. I bet it's not having different states for falling and for swimming. It's just rotating the bird. This is not a good instruction. It's just simply rotating it on the probably x-axis, depending on where it is aiming. Flapping the bird, I guess you need the animations, but other than that, that's about it. Okay. Animate the bird to create smooth, fluid wings, flopping, blah blah blah. Animate obstacles to simulate the scrolling effect the bird progresses. Fair enough, that's actually good. Wait, this is not gonna be animated though, you need to make it programmatically. Well, I guess you could animate it, but you are way better off moving everything and just do it programmatically. These instructions are not very good. Also, you don't want to probably give people instructions like this. They are not gonna like you. You want to leave them some creativity to work. From the first answer, it's clear that ChatGPT is really familiar with the game and understands its basic elements. Fair enough. ChatGPT correctly correlated the roles and tasks of specialists on the project, not necessarily. Tasks contain sufficient details and comments, yep, but the tasks are wrong. They are not a very good way how to approach that. Let's see, we're almost there. ChatGPT is a powerful and promising tool that can help solve a wide range of tasks, but as it has been proved today, it cannot fully replace the work of a game designer. So that's what you are trying to prove? If that's what you are trying to prove, put it on the start. No, that's not what it was so about. This has gotta be a ChatGPT written. In this article, we show game designers how ChatGPT can be used as a game dev tool in real life. Yeah, fair. That would be interesting exploration. But here you are trying to prove that ChatGPT is used just to replace game designers. Those are completely different tests. Modern AI algorithms aren't yet capable of creative, intuitive decision making. I would not agree with that at all. What does intuitive decision making means? For game designers, the emotional aspect of games plays a larger role, and its also area remains a unique human skill. Not true. Not true at all. If you just prompted him better, it would not be the case. Nevertheless, ChatGPT will be a great help for new game designers. Not just new game designers. Every single game designer should make use of it. ChatGPT was trying to prove that it is powerful. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what, guys, maybe there is not even like a human who wrote it. I bet ChatGPT, now that has access to internet, so it's just straight up posting it themselves, itself, AI self, I don't care. AI self is actually quite nice. Let's start using these as pronouns. AI self, and it's just propagating itself and being like, yeah, don't worry guys, I can handle game dev. It can serve as a tool for analyzing and searching for information, as well for creating templates and example of design documents. Yep, but you have enough templates and examples. You just look at other. There have been enough game devs created to know what's template and to get enough examples and templates. Experienced developers can use ChatGPT to help generate ideas and quickly solve well-defined tasks. The conclusion is not too bad, actually. This last sentence I can mostly probably agree with. Oops, by AI online. Yeah, exactly. Let's see, do we have the most generic comments here? Let's see, maybe they are serious. Interesting share on this article. Actually, I like using AI as an idea generator to see what it comes up. But I think beyond that, it's better to write them out as some out of the responses are a bit simplified or generic. It can be useful to help kickstart ideas. Yep, agree, absolutely. Very useful to think through it as an assistance tool. Thank you for a great article. I just played a bit with Google Bard on the same ideas but different queries. And I can say that does a great job as well. Does a great job. Are we comparing the same thing? Hello? Those were really insightful prompts. The answers are also quite well framed too. The answers, no they are not. Can you suggest any more resources, such as which show the framing of the GDD? Wait, what? Any more resources like such which show the framing of the GDD? Guys, I'm gonna show you, all of you, while you are here. Game design document. If you are looking for a game design document, you want one thing. Nothing else you ever need. You need this. Game design document, 1 page. This is way too long. You don't actually need even this one. I think there was one really simple one made by. This is way too complicated. Just guys, don't overdo it. The games are iterative. They are gonna shape up. Okay, this is good enough. I would remove from here a bunch of stuff, but well, I guess maybe not. But you don't need anything more complicated than this. Let's not go crazy here, guys. It's fine. Look, you're gonna fall in, especially if you're an indie developer, if you're making a game by yourself, you're just gonna fall into a trap of writing 50-page long game design document, and nothing's gonna come out of that. Just don't do that, guys. Not a good idea. Time trap, very much a time trap. Sure, if you're working in a team with like 20, 30 other people and more, you probably need to have a document so you're sure that you have a collective language and everyone understands what's happening. But if you are working by yourself, you are working in a small team, you're just gonna lose time. Okay, guys, conclusion for this. Not great. I'm very much suspecting this was written by ChatGPT. But let's see. Let me see actually. We can try to find some quick detector. Okay, we are looking for an AI text detector. Honestly, I don't think there is any AI detector that's good enough, but let's see. You can just pass this thing there. Ah, wait, no. What did I do? I just overdid it, right? I have too many characters. So let's try to minimize this a bit. Oh, that's way too much. Wait. How did I remove 5,000 lines of text? Now that's different text. That's not it. Ah, a little bit more. Okay, check. I doubt that. Called like an hour ago. True. I don't know, man. Very suspicious. Very suspicious indeed. 3%. I would give it 70% at the lowest, more like 80 to 90. No, the other one wasn't different. That was different text. It's like the default one. You just click here on ChatGPT and you can see generate some different text. That was something else. I would love. It would be really funny if this was 94%, but nah, doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. I'm afraid. I'm very suspicious though. 3% seems very little. That I do not trust. Yeah, it's on the. It should be on the chat as well. I'm gonna link it one more time just to make sure. But if you just scroll through the chat, you should see again. Guys, feel free to chat. Wait, give me a sec. Jesus, sorry about that. Either way, go check the article. We are still like reacting to the content someone else created, and that needs to be properly credited. So in the YouTube, it's of course gonna be in the description. Here it's on the chat. So let's, especially if it's actually written by human, then I'm a bit disappointed. But other than that, we still need to give a proper credit. Very important. Let's not steal work out of anyone. Okay. Oh, 7 minutes was a reading time. Jesus, we read it for like an hour. That was fun. That was fun, guys. What do you think, guys? Do we get any conclusion? Any strategies and thoughts that you have from this? I would, if I was to put it together, ChatGPT really useful. You definitely want to use it, but right now it's more to help brainstorm and figure stuff out. It's definitely can't do tasks for you yet. Fancy, what's your UV workflow? I get a lot of texture stretching on complicated shapes. Is there a way to fix it? Yes, actually. There is a very good way how to fix it in Unreal directly. We have auto UV system. It's not perfect, but it's good enough, especially for simple textures. So let's say we get here some messed up. You know what? I'm gonna just quickly make a mesh. If you are not on 5.3, you are gonna have different modeling tool, but the technique are still the same. So let me just get here some super basic mesh, and then I'm gonna mess it up by wait. Oh, I am not used to this. And we want to subdivide it. After we subdivide it, we can sculpt. Where is sculpting? Okay, let's just warp it, something like that. Okay. And then we can do some dynamic sculpt. Yeah. Just want to mess up the shape, just so we can demonstrate it. Okay. Now we can see UVs are quite messed up. Let's apply on it some material that's actually repeating. And oh, this is not compiled. What's going on? Really? Are these all not compiled? Are you kidding me? What happened with them? Okay, let me just get some repeating tiling material. Let me just some usable material. What happened? Jesus. Why are these materials messed up? Is that something I'm gonna have to look into? If it is, I'm gonna be quite upset. Something tiling does not have a sign. There was some mess up with moving assets again. I think it's just one special pack that's being messed up. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Okay, let's just apply it here. Okay, we can see quite messed up, not working, ugly. This actually doesn't look too ugly, but it's ugly. So what you can do is to click down here on UVs and select Auto UV. And oh, I'm selecting the wrong asset. Please don't select this asset. Select Auto UV here. And what you can see, it's gonna fix up your UVs. So it's not perfect, but it's much better than having to do by hand because it's just annoying. You can set its checker density for scale. You can adjust the settings a bit. Right in here. And then you just, yeah, it's UV5. It's UV5, but if you need to do it in Blender, Blender has very similar technique. If you can't if you can't use UV5, you have very similar stuff. So let's just make here some sort of a mesh. We're gonna just move it around, some nonsense like this. And what you can do, again, not perfect, but just select all your polygons. You can see UV messed up. You can click on UV and Smart UV unwrap. It's similar. Does the trick for you. So look into that. What do you hate doing in Unreal 5? Where you're like, oh my god, I wanted to, I wish to, wait, I can't read. I read the article for too long. What do you hate doing in UE5 where you like, oh my god, I have to spend time doing this task I don't like? Oh gosh. Ooh. It used to be UV for sure. Before UV was, we were able to implement UVs like this. That I hated UV. I hate UVs. I know some people like it, but I just hate it. What else? Level design tends to get really annoying. I can do it for a bit, but then I get really annoyed, and I just I'm super bored of it. Optimizing I actually kind of like. I don't know. I'm a bit weird in that I really like optimizing stuff. Then I feel like I really like switching things around. So I play something for a bit. I like work with something for a bit. Now I have done a lot of level design, just building all this. So I'm really missing programming. So I'm gonna just mainly focus on programming now. So I kind of like, I don't have one task that I just hate. I just like switching them around. Okay. Is it possible to import an old game like Metin 2 to Unreal Engine? No. It's pretty much a no. Pretty much impossible. Like, theoretically, if you had a game that was made in Unreal and you wanted to upgrade it, its version to newer Unreal, you're gonna run into a lot of trouble, but possible. I think I hear your dog. Yeah, I'm gonna go check her out right a bit. Like in a second. I think she just hears someone outside, but I'm gonna go there right in a sec. You can take all the assets from Metin and then put them into Unreal and make your game, but you can just directly take the project path. I'm gonna be right back, guys. Alright, I'm back. And I got this with me. Hey Nico, you wanna say hello? Wouldn't believe it, guys. I went to take one dog out, and then meanwhile, the second dog decided that it's an amazing time to escape, and I had to chase him over the street. This little monster. Right? So, I had a bit of a run here. So, good some exercise for the evening, I suppose. Wanna say hello, Nico? No? It's not very social, so I don't suppose so. Okay, I'm gonna let you out. Hey, there you go. Okay. Okay. Let's see. What are we doing? Time buys. Okay. I think that's about good. I think we can get back to working on the game for a bit. Let's see. If we have any question, maybe we got do another reaction on the end, but we have one more video, but I feel like we spent so much time with just this article that this is good enough for now. Let's see. Let's see if we can figure out that Giuseppe Radani. Hello there, sir. How are you doing, man? How are you doing, sir? Okay. So what I wanted here is that go-to function. Okay, I should be able to search through the whole project. Not just anywhere, okay. BI? What do you mean by? By like you are leaving already? You have a wrong I in that case, I'm afraid. Beehive? I am sorry, I still don't get it. Beehive? Is it a shortcut? I don't know, or are you, or are you just not writing it? Okay, I got here upset dog if she thinks she needs to go in. Okay, I'm gonna have to let her in. Give me a second. Be right back. Right, now I have here two dogs squatting right next to me. So hopefully they are not gonna attack each other. You have a source version of Unreal? Oh, somewhere, yeah, I think so. But that's not what I'm using right now. I am using just Unreal. I can access the whole source, but I can change stuff. I'm using just the editor symbols for debugging this thing. And I have engine source as well, but that's not that helpful. This just includes symbols to allow debugging C++ projects in the editor. Very useful. What we care about is this. We get a AI controller and a goal location. Okay, this should actually probably be exactly what I'm looking for. It's exactly what I was talking about. I knew they were gonna start attacking each other. Okay, give me a sec. I'm gonna have to explain to them that attacking is not a good idea. Alright, I'm here once again. Hopefully that was it. So okay, let's see what we are doing here. This part, I think this part, let's just, let's just try to copy it and we can break it down once we actually get to it. But this is basically what we want, right? Simple move to location. Does not look very simple, but that's fine. Oh god, I can already see this making so much trouble. Oh, but let's see. We're gonna find out, go to random location and just look at all these errors. So main issue we have here is with our controller. With our nav mesh controller. Why that question mark, it scares me. Wait. It takes it from the controller. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be very clear here. I have not particularly great idea what I'm doing here, so you're gonna have to be here along with me for a ride, and we are gonna hopefully able to debug this. So let's see. We can define here a controller. So let's put here a controller, and that controller. Oh wait, no, the other way around. I was actually right. I wanna make sure we are pointing at it. We are defining that controller, and that controller. Now for a bit of fun here, it should be taken from our character, which we are taking in here. Owned actor. But our owned actor is not a controller, that's a character. So can we just, if we are gonna be super lucky, this should actually work. Okay, very cool. Okay, this we actually don't care about right now. We're gonna just assume that it works. What a stupid assumption, isn't it? Okay, let's see. We're gonna just pretend it works now. We're not gonna test. You path following component. Definitely don't have that. Okay. Use, we can add here a wait, we are in the CPP. How can we add here a forward declaration? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's add forward declaration in that case. And wait, no, we can't add forward declaration in CPP. What are you talking about? We have to include the header. We definitely don't want to stop here. So let's just grab this and we're gonna include here this. And this does not work. Why? Wait, initiate navigation control on controller. Is that some function that exists in here? Where does this belong to? This is part of a following component. Okay, do we have it anywhere else? Oh, it's defined here in the simple move to actor. No, it's the same function. U part following component initiate. No, it's like, oh, well, isn't it? Do we need to define it? Is this happening before all these? Not so sure, but we may need to. Let's try it. Let's just try to define it separately. Can do it in the construction. I guess it's not a construction. Yeah, so wait, this is not a construction. We can't really do it here. But we can do it just in that function. Right in here. Okay. It's throwing me a lot of errors with lock, which is kind of weird actually. You can just ignore it. We're gonna assume that it gets it correctly. At least for now. And if this gets us into trouble, we can fix it at that time. Again, the same thing. We can just ignore this. This is just for debugging. Who needs debugging, right? Goal location here. We have our own. We have our target location. And that we replace everywhere. Okay. Okay, guys. We did not get any errors. I don't see any more errors. I'm kind of curious. I would like to first try to just let it run and then try to actually fully understand what's happening here. Let's see and build it. If it's gonna even build, right? That's the real question here, and it's not. Yeah, who would have thought? Let's see. Oh, okay, never mind. That's just because my editor is running. Okay. Let's see. You sure whatever you have there, add it. And we may need to close it properly, but hopefully it's gonna work already. Okay, that's even worse. Okay, bunch of... Okay, but these are just linker trouble, right? If that's so, it should be just not having proper module. UE navigation system? No. No, it's gonna be this one. Following path component. Now I'm back once again. I know a lot of running around today. Yeah, so I'm almost certain that we are missing this following path component. I don't know what is it part of, so let's try to find that out. Let's try to find it out. And for that, we're gonna need our incognito mode. I don't want you to see my secret stuff. I don't know why I'm doing it, honestly. You path following component. I'm gonna know just what kind of module is it part of. AI module. Okay. Let's just try to add AI module then. All right. Now we don't have it here, so let's just include it. Oh, it's gonna pretend like it doesn't exist. Of course. Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. It's fine. I'm just stupid. Don't worry about it, guys. Pretend you did not see that. Pretend you did not see that. Hey, I am sorry. I will have trouble pronouncing that name. I am not quite, not quite. Don't remember Azbuka that well. Used to know, but not anymore. Either way, hello. How you doing, man? Okay, and we're gonna add here a AI module as well. Then let's clear all this. And let's try to build it now. That's less linker errors. That's always a good sign. Ah, jeez. Which are we struggling? U path following component. Isn't it the one we just worked with? U path following component. Yeah, what the hell? Are we missing any other module it is relevant to? Correct, but no. Maybe we need a proper header? No, there we can see a header, and that's what we have already. I have it right in here. Yeah, just included, it's exactly the same thing. Okay, let's see. Wait, I am in the... No, I'm in correct component. UPath, the following component is fine. In declarator, is this something that's a function declaration? Make sure a variable definition is not intended instead. Maybe. Do I need to do that? I do. But why am I getting error? Let's see. Why do you not have access to what you need to have access? Why? Okay. All right. Let's try to actually read the error. Go to random location, link error, unresolved, external symbol, UPath following component, class A controller. Marl IX, hey man, how you doing? What I am doing here is fixing errors. I suppose. So, how are you doing? Yeah, I can see it as a linking error, but why is it complaining about UPath following component? I do have UPath following component included. I'm good, thanks. I'm doing well enough. Not too bad. Like I mentioned, just getting stuck with some bugs trying to make the AI controller actually move. Well, I suppose. I'm just recreating the move to function in C++ to be a bit more precise. Okay, we do have here AI module, and we know that UPath following component, which is what this thing is following about, complaining about, is indeed included here. I'm stuck in blueprints, not yet C++. Well, no worries about it. You can make the whole game just with blueprints. Can make some really cool stuff. You may not need to. I think it's useful, and definitely I would recommend diving into it eventually, but it's not like it's necessity. You can still make really good games without C++, without even touching it. Okay, and it introduces so much unnecessary complexity sometimes. Is that private? Maybe I should leave it. No, there's no way it needs to be in public. Wait, maybe do I need to have it on the whole AI module? Do I need to have it in the project project builder? Wait, where is the project builder? Okay, there it is. Right. Okay, well, why is it going to the site? That's annoying. Okay, let's just try to include it here. AI module. All right. Private, public. It's probably gonna be public, I would assume. So let's see. Nope, that was not the issue. I had a suspicion it's not gonna be it, but you know, worth trying. Oh wait, now it's not throwing me an error. It's just setting. Can an optimized mobile game be made with blueprints? Yeah, sure. Why not? If you just structure the code well and you don't do stupid things like casting all the time, then for sure you're gonna lose way more performance on assets and visuals than on any code. So I wouldn't worry about it at all. Like you don't gain that much of a performance boost switching to C++. Like for sure you do get performance boost, but unless you are doing some lot of really complicated really complicated computation, which you are very likely not, like physics colliders or something like that, then or you are doing a lot of physics collisions, then you don't care. Okay, we're breaking after linking Unreal needs-based AI. Okay, so it happens with the plugin. You can make pretty good games. I think there was even an Unreal made official like RPG mobile RPG just purely with blueprints. You can probably find it. A lot of quest games which needs way more performance than mobile games are made purely with blueprints. You have absolutely nothing to be worried about that. It's just make games. Don't worry about anything else. You will. The thing is also by making games, you're gonna get good enough to understand when you need performance where, and at that point you will know enough to get into blueprints if you need to get into C++ if you need to. Okay, let's see. What if I do it in the... I really doubt that this is the issue, but I can try it at least. It's a public dependency. Dependencies, AI module, yeah, here nothing changes. Not using cast and everything, just using interfaces structure enums. I hope it will be optimized for first mobile project. Yep, that's definitely a good strategy. Would be... Yeah. I mean, and honestly, just test it on the phone. Just test it on the device you are it's gonna be running. That's the most important thing. Does it run there on 60 FPS? Perfect. Nothing to worry about. Try to test it on the smallest. Usually, the rule in game development when it comes to performance is to always test on the lowest possible denominator, which means what's the worst hardware it's gonna run on. In case of mobiles, that's gonna be some really shitty hardware, but you can still try to test it on like 4 or 5 years old Androids and see how it goes. And if it runs decently well there, then just don't worry about it. Once you upload it onto a Google Play console as well, they are gonna help you debug it. They offer you like virtual devices and virtual and actual physical devices that you can test on. Get controller. There is some issue and I don't know why, and that's very, very frustrating. Yeah. Yeah, these kind of things you just don't have to worry about when you're working with C++, with working purely with blueprints at all. It's just all gonna take care of itself. Okay. Because you are working with already compiled stuff, so it's just slowing you down. This is macro? No. No, it's like a lambda function. What is this? Well, either way, is there anything I should pay attention to when making mobile game, and how can I connect my tablet or phone for debugging? Well, through USB. You gotta connect your phone to the computer just through USB. Make sure you have data cable and enable USB debugging. You can just search for your brand of the phone and enable and search how and learn how to enable USB debugging. Unreal should at that point see it once you have if you have all the like proper drivers installed, like Android Studio and other stuff. Yeah, it would be quite weird if it went actually in here. Why? Yeah, I do include AI module. That's the weird thing. Do you want maybe make me include different module? Okay. I'm just getting unnecessarily stuck on this. I think I'm gonna end the stream already now. I will have to give a proper walk to the doggos here. So I'm afraid I'm gonna end it here, guys. I hope you had a good time. Hope you had a good time. It was super fun reading the proper AI written article. There's gonna be a video about it. So if you haven't watched it, it's gonna be here. And I'm gonna be streaming again on Monday, so not tomorrow but the day after. So we are gonna see each other then. I'm always posting always make the video scheduled, so if you just check my YouTube, like in 15 minutes or so you're gonna be able to see there another event scheduled. You can just check interested and it's gonna put you a notification. But what's most important, join the Discord. That is in the description. We have a Discord. If you join it, I'm posting there every time I start streaming. You get notification if you are available, and you can join the stream. So hope to see you there and hope to see you here. Have a good one, guys. Bye bye.